Arsenal are still unbeaten. Another month, another unbeaten run continues. I didn't think we'd be able to say that. I do know we'll lose at some point this season, but so far, so good has the month of October been to us, people. It's been a movie as it is. As you know, people, we've played Lens, we've played Manchester City, we've played Chelsea, we've played Sevilla, and we've played Sheffield United. I think there's a bunch of talking points. It's nice to see 2 clean sheets in back-to-back home games. It's nice to beat Sevilla, coming back from the disappointment against Lens earlier in the month. You know, at the end of the day, 4 points off City and Chelsea isn't too bad, people. Of course, you know, the Champions League, the Sevilla game was amazing. Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Martinelli, the Brazilian duo, were in top form, people. And we got to see that. Again, for me, the high of the season has to be so far people beating Manchester City. We kept a clean sheet against Manchester City. We beat Manchester City. This is almost unheard of, people. And it's nice to take points off them. Definitely where you see certain Manchester teams, you know, beating Man City at home isn't for everyone. It's lovely to see Martinelli, I believe, now make 100 career appearances in the Premier League for Arsenal. In fact, that might be a lie, in 100 appearances in general. It's nice to beat Sevilla again because it was, in my opinion, last chance saloon. I know mathematically we could have gone through, but it would have been a dark place, back-to-back Champions League defeat. So it's nice to go to a difficult ground and get something. Whatever you feel about Eddie Nketiah, he got a hat-trick against Sheffield United, and it gives me a sense of pride to see our Hayland boy do that. I think that's his second hat-trick for Arsenal, and obviously his first in the Premier League. Scored his first goal from outside the area. Yeah, it's so good. I have to show you twice. He had no right slapping that. That was a goal that Thierry Henry, our legendary number 14, would be proud of. And I'm proud of Eddie Nketiah. He deserves it. And I love the camaraderie we saw for El Nene, for Tomiyasu, for Eddie Nketiah getting his hat-trick. It's a family vibe, people. You know, a family that prays together, stays together. And we know, I do believe that with Arsenal. Don't get it twisted. We're not here to make friends. We're here to win games. But it's amazing, really and truly. Again, as I said, I'm happy that we haven't lost this month, and I'm sure you lot are as well. It's nice to see Bukayo Saka captain the club. I mean, you can't help but feel proud. And obviously see Eddie Nketiah get the captaincy. He's living the dream, people. It's nice to see Tomiyasu get his first goal. And to be honest, I had to fight back tears when he came out with the revelation that his mum passed away a few months ago, people. You never know what footballers are going through. And it was nice to see him score because he's had a great month and had been great in all his recent appearances. Couldn't believe I got to see Smith Rowe start a game. And obviously, Emil Smith Rowe got an assist. I know I'm shameless, people. But with injuries in midfield, we're going to need everybody to step up. Speaking of midfielders, it's lovely to see El Nene back because he's the closest thing we have to Partey in terms of being a number 6, excluding Declan Rice. And it's going to be a big test this month to come. Nice to see Fabio Vieira score. You've seen many a player this season for Arsenal impact the game off the bench. We have to talk about lows. Losing to Lens in the way we did, for me, is a big low. While we rescued a point against Chelsea, and if you can't win, don't lose, for me, it is a low because that was probably our worst 45 minutes this season. Had we have played as we did in the second half in the first, who knows what would have happened? We shot ourselves in the foot just like Spurs. Obviously, David Raya still isn't exactly convincing every Arsenal fan. Martin Odegaard, since the international break, his form has deserted him. And obviously, where Kai Havertz is concerned, there's still concerns. Gabriel Jesus had the most touches inside the opposition box of any player in the Champions League. For the first time, 3 teams in Spurs, City, and obviously Arsenal have 24 points after the opening 10 games, 28 games to play. But who knows, people? It's shaping up to be a good season. Eddie Nketiah, Odegaard, and Saka have scored the most goals for our football club. Eddie Nketiah is one of 5 players in the Premier League to net a hat-trick. Arsenal have now gone 13 years almost without losing to promoted sides, people. Fabio Vieira's goal was the 6th penalty we've seen scored by Arsenal this season. Declan Rice's goal against Chelsea was our longest range strike since 06-07. When we played City, they only had 4 shots, which is undoubtedly a record of such, people, and good for us. We've kept back-to-back home clean sheets for the first time since December of 2021. And obviously, when you look at the games to come, we have West Ham, Newcastle, Sevilla, Burnley, Brentford, and Lens. It's going to be an interesting game, people. Apologies about game. It's going to be an interesting month, people, in November as we get towards the end of the year. So yeah, big up you lot, people. For me, I'm happy with the month of October. It could be better in like life. It could be worse. You know, I'm very disappointed to drop 2 points against Chelsea because we still have this element of shooting ourselves in the foot. I think that's been the case of when we played a lot of London teams, when we played Fulham, when we played Spurs in previous months, and obviously against Chelsea. But they saying that, you know, to be unbeaten this season, remaining in October, heading into November is great for us. Obviously against the top 6 sides, we're still yet to lose. I think we've scored a decent amount amount of goals this season, and to see 2 back-to-back clean sheets at home is great. So I'm happy with that. As I said, the highs of the month for me would be beating Manchester City and the way we played against Sevilla. The lows would probably be Lens and the first half for me against Chelsea. I still have question marks over our chance conversion and creation. I still, on the other hand, the table doesn't lie and the points don't lie. But are we necessarily, to be devil's advocate, are we playing well or are we getting a bit lucky? Now, there's nothing wrong with luck. You earn your luck. As I said, I like the fact that we're scoring goals. I like the fact that we're not giving up until the end. I like the fact that we're getting points, really. The defeat will come, but hopefully not anytime soon, if I'm completely honest with you. As I said, I think we need to learn how to kill teams better. I think, you're never going to be perfect across 90 minutes, but I think we need to find that element of more consistency across 90 minutes. I would say, for me anyways, the opening 15 to 20 minutes, I think we could start faster. I don't think we've scored this month in the opening 15 minutes, which of course I'm being a stickler, but I do want to see that. I do want to see us kill teams early, really and truly. So yeah, in terms of players of the month, for me, it would be Trossard for his cameos and what he's done. I think Tomiyasu deserves a hail up. I think Saliba's been great. Obviously, he locked up Haaland, boss of a performance. I think Martinelli's been good. And there's a bunch of players, really, big up Eddie Nketiah on his hat-trick. And it's nice to see Smith Rowe start. Obviously, in terms of concerns, Thomas Partey's injury and how that will affect us and what we do in terms of the games to come is obviously something to worry about. I still need to see us create more and score more. I still don't know if we're necessarily playing well just to play devil's advocate, really. Obviously, Martin Odegaard's ultimately right now being crucified for the high standards he set. I want to see my captain get back into form, people. And obviously, I think Raya has been okay. I think a lot is made of it, but undoubtedly there is concern. So I would like to see Raya and also Kai Havertz look to convince the fans a bit more. But we just need to keep chugging along. As you lot know, people, we need to make it to the end of the year, still talking about what we're talking about. For me, still being in all competitions, really. So yeah, man, we put ourselves back in the driving seat in the Champions League. We're ticking along in the Premier League. We know we've got the FA Cup in January to come, and hopefully against West Ham to kick off the month. We'll do what we're doing. There's a bunch of tough games this month to come, so we'll have to see exactly what's entailed, people. But so far so good. Let's keep going. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, people. Without you lot, it's boring. Follow on all the socials and stay blessed, stay safe. One love.
There's always that active red light defending.
I think it's like